one, I wanted to refresh another room in the house, and this time it's the master bathroom. I did a tour of the master bathroom when we redid half of it a while back, and I will link to the video. There'll be a little card that'll pop up around here, and it's also in the description box if you're watching on a desktop. But anyway, it's not quite time to redo the second half of the bathroom. I'm not quite ready to rip out the countertop and restain the cabinets, but there are some things I can do to update it and make it feel a little more fresh. So I'm gonna go a little vlog style on you and go get the handheld and walk you through the before of what it looks like. I'm not even gonna clean it up for you. You're just gonna see it in all of its glory. And then I'm gonna walk you through some quick, easy, do-it-yourself kind of things and some fun products that I have just discovered that you can use in your bathroom and give it a little refresh, so to speak. And then I'll show you the finished product when we are all done. So let's go walk on over to the bathroom. Okay, welcome to my bathroom. I'm not gonna give you the whole tour. Like I mentioned earlier, I've already done that, so I'm gonna link that video. But I'm gonna show you some trouble areas, so to speak, some areas I know I wanted to fix up and what the general scope of the thing looks like. And then we will go magic presto changeo and show you the finished product. When we bought the house, there were no drawer pulls, no cabinet, these guy things, nothing. And I drilled the holes and I put them in, and I thought they were really cute at the time, and now they're just a little too country for my taste. I have skewed a little out of the country more into modern transitional. So I went to Target and I bought new poles for all of these, for everything. Hope I remembered those. I don't know if I did. I can always go back to Target and get more. And I'm just gonna swap those out. So I have the knobs here, and then on the bigger drawers, I have these. So those are going bye-bye. Another issue that inspired some change is the shower. So it's this lovely frameless glass shower stall. And I did install 2 hooks over there for the towels. But when they installed the shower frame and the door, they asked me if I wanted the door to swing in, swing out, or both. And I mistakenly said just out, so it only swings this way. The problem is when, if I get soap in my eyes or I just want to wipe off my face, I can open the door like this, but to reach the towels, I have to get out of the shower and go over there. And I don't know why there's like some random bleach stains. Michael used some weird products. We're not going to talk about it, but those were Target towels and they will be replaced eventually, but not right now. So I wanted some sort of hook that I could put on the glass so I could hang like a hand towel and my robe for when I get out of the shower, but I really couldn't figure out what to stick on the glass that wouldn't be kind of tacky or ruin the glass, whatever. So you're gonna see that. And then the last do-it-yourself project, this is a chair from our very first kitchen table set. Let me pull it out for you. That's where Mimi sits when I do my makeup. So this is a really old kitchen table chair. I think it's either from the Air Force BX, which is like a department store on base, or Sears. I mean, it's old. And this is a really beat up, really falling apart old towel that matched that was part of the set of older towels. And it's time, for many reasons, but it's time to give this a change as well. And then the last thing, which we can all stand to do, I'm sure, is reorganize our makeup area. So I love this, but it's been building up and building up. And the reality is I don't use all this stuff on a regular basis. So what I'd really like to do is just pare this down to have out what I use on a regular basis and get a lot of that stuff out of the drawers and put stuff away. And like this clock is balanced. I like this clock, by the way, it's not going anywhere, but like it's just full, it's full. There's just random, I don't even know why this is not changing. Random stuff everywhere. So in general, I just need a cleanup of the space. So that's what we're gonna do. Now in a perfect world with no budget, these would either get ripped out or stained like a cool chocolate brown. And I would have some sort of solid surface like granite countertop there. And I would like to switch out my light fixtures to match, like a satiny kind of finish, satiny nickel finish. that's another time. So that is the plan. Those are the areas we're gonna attack, and now let's get to it. There it is. It's a really powerful suction, so I actually had to put the camera down and use 2 hands. But there it is, and this is what it looks like from the other side. So it's sucked on there pretty good. And I do recommend having it sit like that for 24 hours before you put anything on it. And I decided I really just need the 1 hook, so that is that. Okay, so now for the fun part, the DIY that I've been doing for years and years and years. You can remove your seat cover and remove the cloth and replace it with your own. So you just flip it over and you'll see the screws right there. And then you pull it out. Be sure to unscrew the whole thing. These evil looking things. And then the frame comes off. Yes, I'm in my pajamas mostly. And then you just have to pull this part out. You can use either, I used a staple gun to attach this. Well, you can really see the discoloration. It's kind of disgusting. I just usually take a flat screwdriver and get underneath and pull it out. And so I'm going to do that, and then this will eventually come right off. You're probably going to need pliers to pull these off. So I'm going to come back when this is all removed, and then I'll show you what the next step is. Okay, so now we've broken this thing down into our requisite components. We have the empty chair frame. We have the original seat. Now notice, if this is the first time you're doing this, you've not already covered your chair cushion, then you don't have to remove the original material. It can get messy. And there could be dogs involved. So this is the original thing. And then to make life a little bit easier, Mimi, no, sweetheart. No. There you go. This is the piece I cut. And I'm gonna use this as my framework for the next seat cover, which is, am I boring you? I'm sorry, Mimi. I picked this towel, and I decided to pick this towel for a couple of reasons. One, I just think this blue tone works a little better in here. Also, I decided not to use a pattern, because if you have a pattern, you have to make sure that it's lined up nicely and that it doesn't get funky and stretched weird, and I just didn't have the time for that. If you have more patience than me, by all means, go for it. So at this point, all you need is a pair of scissors and a staple gun, and you will have yourselves a newly covered chair. Okay, now the fun part. Flip it over, pull it taut, get your staple gun, and start. Oops, that didn't go through at all. And start stapling. Yay, that one worked. I advise doing one on each side, pulling it really taut, and then you can go in and finesse it. That's just kind of a placeholder. Okay, then you just flip this seat back on, put your screws back in, and you are good to go. All right, there's the finished chair. It's nice and bright and clean looking, and there's Mimi's seating area. If I were doing a full-on overhaul, I would have cleared everything out of here and wiped down the drawers, but I do want to mention these very dirty, but really amazing acrylic drawers are from the Container Store. I love them, and they've come out with some new sizes. These are from Zara Beauty. I will link to those if they're still available. They were limited edition. And then these are all, of course, also from the Container Store. And I get this question a lot. This makeup mirror is from Costco. It's not carried all the time. It's occasionally, you have to be a Costco member to buy it, and I paid $19.99 for it. And I did go through and clear out a lot of the stuff in here. So it's really down to the stuff I reach for on a regular basis. I'm not gonna do a whole makeup collection, but just so you see, generally this was concealers and powders, blushes, and these are highlighters and bronzers. Obviously I have a thing for highlighters and bronzers. I haven't touched that side. And then in these drawers, I did go through and keep to my most used palettes here. There's still some room for cleaning up. And then more of my most used kind of single and smaller palettes. And then some more palettes. So obviously I can integrate and organize this area a little better, but that's another video. And this, I'm gonna switch out. This is just a plastic placemat that I'm gonna run through my dishwasher, and it just keeps my counter a little bit cleaner than having it sit right on there. So that's the final look. We have our new drawer pulls and cabinet pulls. I have my new hook to hang my robe here. I have my new hook to hang some shower stuff over there so it's not cluttering up on the knob over there. I can also hang a little hand towel if I want to wipe my face in the shower a little bit. So there you have a final look at the whole room. Still some room for improvement, but it's a nice step in the right direction and gets me excited to keep organizing. So that is the finished product. I am really pleased with how it turned out, and pretty much everything that we did to change the bathroom around is something that you can do whether you're in your own home, you're renting like in an apartment, or even if you're in a dorm room. Nothing is permanent. Changing out knobs is easy enough to do. All you need to do is get a screwdriver. And the new towel hooks and toilet paper roll holder that I have are suction cups. So they're great for whether you want to keep them forever or if you want to move them around to different parts of your house. They won't leave marks on the wall. And of course, I am a huge fan of do-it-yourself recovering. I've done it with my dining room chairs. And I think using a towel is a very economical and fun way to change things up in your bathroom as well, if you, of course, happen to have a seating area in your bathroom. So let me know if there are other rooms in the house that you think I might want to refresh, or you want some ideas on how to give them a quick little facelift, if you will. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check the description box for all kinds of links and information. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. My package arrived, and that I ordered from Sephora for the sale. The codes are in the description box. I know there's been some confusion as to how to get the codes if you're ordering